The high school football season kicks off Friday night, and there's a significant change to note this year. For the last 20 or so years, district champions and runner-ups went to the playoffs, but this season, only district champions automatically get in. The other spots are awarded based on a point system, with heavy emphasis on your strength of schedule.
It's a lot like college basketball's RPI. The biggest thing is that you're a point system. So now you've got it's a tricky thing, because if you schedule too many people too many losses, if you schedule too far up, then you can be behind and not get it. And then if you don't schedule good enough teams, then a team that does schedule some and squeaks out some wins against some quality opponents, will get in above you. But I mean, it still comes down to wins and losses. If you win, you'll get in the playoffs. If you lose, you're not going to be in the playoffs, and that's what it's usually about. But it does make it a little tricky. It's a little harder to get the schedule. Having to schedule 10 teams is really tough. So, but I do like this system. It's not a bad system.
Also, with the new system, districts have been eliminated in classes 1 through 4A. So not only is the point system the only way to reach the playoffs, it's tougher to fill out your schedule.
The biggest hurdle for us was because of no districts, we had a hard time scheduling because we've been pretty good the last couple of years, so teams didn't want to schedule us. So that made it a little bit more difficult, because when you have a district, you always had at least 5 games that you knew you had. So you had to go out and find 5 more. Now trying to find 10 games was a little bit more of a difficulty.
Because points are based on how his opponents finish the season, Harris potentially won't know until the regular season is completely over just exactly how many points his squad has actually earned.
That's the uncertainty. When you had a district, you knew where you were standing, and it was, if it came down to week 9, you had to win it to get in. You knew you had to win to get in. Now it's going to be kind of, well, what are they going to do this week? If they win this week, they're 8-2, and we get 50 points. If they lose, then we're going to get 40 points. So it's going to be a little bit of a trick, and definitely going to be some pencil and some erasers used.
Here's how the math works. If your opponent finishes with 8, 9, or 10 wins, you get 50 points for beating them. If they finish with 6 or 7 wins, you get 45 points, 40 if they total 4 or 5 wins, and 35 if they win 3 or fewer games. Losses are worth 20 fewer points than wins, and no matter what their record, if they've made the playoffs in either of the last 2 years, you get 3 bonus points. For a more detailed explanation, you can visit the FHSAA website or click on the link in the description below. Looking for a way to help your school and support the local economy? Well, look no further than the Coupons for Education booklets going on sale next Monday, August 28th. The new booklets are a steal at $20, nearly 50% of which goes directly back to your school. The other portion supports initiatives of the Public Education Foundation, such as Take Stock in Children and Tools for Teaching. Students also benefit by receiving prizes for the number of booklets they sell, and this year's contest has a different wrinkle.
You'll notice that on this year's coupon book, we always feature a student picture, and this year we have decided that the top Marion County student seller will be featured on the cover of next year's book. So that's very exciting for us.
Good luck, students. Summer construction caused the students and staff of Sunrise Elementary to be split up, but being spread out has actually brought that entire community closer together.
We are housed at Horizon Academy, so all of my summer staff is there, but none of my children are there. So I spend the mornings at Marion Oaks with my summer school students, and then in the afternoons and late mornings I'm at Horizon Academy. The accommodations have been perfect. Mr. Mayor has given us anything that we need.
Good morning. I can make a phone call to 50 other people, but having someone 20 feet away where I can talk to and bounce ideas off of and just does it make sense has been a great help. She and I speak every day. I've actually tried to hire one of her teachers away from her, one of her very good teachers, and I've had some good PD from her. Especially dealing with the community and things like that. It's been really good talking with her. When
Dr. DeWeese is doing her walkthroughs in the morning, she'll pop in, or we'll do them together, and we can kind of problem solve ideas that we're thinking about implementing during next school year. And then we can also problem solve too how we'd like to work together to expand what we all are doing within each of the schools in this feeder pattern to help support the community.
Any questions questions that they have or any suggestions that I make, we're able to work together either by phone or by text or by email. And really what's going to happen is we're going to have a partnership, because I'm considering Marion Oaks Elementary our sister school, and we feed into Horizon Academy. So the three of us will do a lot of planning together. We'll try to have a lot of community events together. Throughout the year, we're thinking about doing things with our SAC and PTOs together as well, because we are teaching and educating all of the same students.
Although I have been around in different positions in the county, it is different when you're sitting in the seat and it all falls on you. So it's great to have a veteran principal that is right at my fingertips.
All that cooperation led to the three principals being recognized for their efforts at the August 8th board meeting.
We really got together this summer to try to figure out how we could bring our community together and make it a community school.
After we got appointed, it was obvious that the schools were at a little different. There aren't many neighborhood schools. I grew up north where everything was a neighborhood school. We wanted not just the kids to be part of the school, but the families. One of the things that we talked about was the community center at Marion Oaks, and it doesn't get used as much as it could. One of the things we're doing is we're not meeting at our schools, we're meeting at the community center. So the families, we can go to the families as much as they can come to us.
Our focus is to bring the community into our schools. We want to have community schools because we are truly in a community of people who really love their children and who want to be on our campuses, and we're finding lots and lots of ways to make that happen.
Don't turn red and yellow into blue. With school starting, Marion County Public Schools and the Ocala Police Department want to remind you to stop when you see a school bus with its flashing red lights on. Unless you have a physical barrier between you and the bus, you have to stop in both directions. Save yourself close to $300 and help keep our children safe. Don't turn red and yellow into blue.
We created a Operation Donut Drop in order to increase awareness of our foundation and what we do through social media. And for 24 hours, it was an online Facebook campaign where teachers and staff and even students could share our Facebook post. They had to like our foundation page, which will then be able to give them more information about the things we're doing in the community. And within 24 hours, we counted up the votes for all the schools, and we had over 530 votes that came in through our school district. The campaign itself reached over 30,000 people in our local area, and then the top 3 schools that received the most votes, we surprised them and came out to deliver our wonderful and delicious Tastio donuts.
Oh, they smell delicious.
Oh, I know, don't they?
Our board of directors specifically had set a goal for us to have 2,000 likes on our foundation Facebook page. Through Operation Donut Drop, we exceeded those numbers. We started that morning that we launched the contest with about 1,700 likes on our page. So really through Operation Donut Drop, we thought maybe we'll get 100 likes from teachers who are new to our school district, who hear about this contest, and then 24 hours later, we had surpassed the 2,000 mark and are going strong still to this day. So it's an exciting way to engage our teachers, show them a little appreciation, welcome them back to school, and give them a really great treat.
Oh my goodness, look at the donuts! That's exciting! So nice!
Sharing our Facebook page and being a part of that contest at the end of the day isn't about winning donuts. It's about sharing the mission of the foundation, because we know when someone likes our page, they're then going to find out what's happening at Tools for Teaching if we have some exciting supplies that we can give out. They're going to find out what the Golden Apple process timeline is. They're going to hear when we have a fundraiser to raise scholarships for our local Take Stock in Children students. So liking our page is a great way to stay connected to the great mission of our foundation.